Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Joseph here for a late Friday afternoon, Friday evening video right here on the Peter Joseph channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe right now to this channel and my other four main channels, which are down in my pants in the description box below. And as always, follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Gotta be real, if you're not, suck a dick and get out of here. So follow me on social media and share the video all over the internet. And most importantly, tap that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn thing. And that's pretty much it for that. And if this is your first time watching, welcome to the party, pal! I hope you enjoyed the ride. Or you real people, not you fake assholes that have no balls and have no life and no brain. Because that's all you guys are. That's all most people are around here. No life, no balls, no brain. No job either, so. But it is what it is. Alright, so as the title below says, on this Friday evening, June the 23rd, 2023, the first official weekend of summer. And it's not looking so good. It's been cloudy all day, rain on and off. Supposed to be raining for the next, week, which is fucking crazy. Don't know what's going to happen in the tropics with Tropical Storm Cindy. It may go up the coast. Supposed to be by Sunday. It's supposed to be, off the U.S. coast around the Carolinas. Hopefully, it will go out to sea. So, all we'll get is really rough surf. But, so it's going to be raining from now until really Wednesday, and Thursday is going to be, finally the sun will come out, but the temperature is going to be okay, so not going to be too bad. So, I looked at the long-range forecast for July and August. Doesn't look like this summer is going to be hot, which is pretty damn good. I like not too hot summers, 80s, a little bit of upper 80s, not too much in the 90s. But it's going to be good. You know, just a little bit rainy, which usually happens every other summer. You know, but hopefully we won't get hit by any major hurricanes or anything like that. So, hope everything will be good as we begin the beautiful summer season. And we're on the road to July 4th weekend, which is next weekend. So, stay tuned for that. And after that, we're on the road to, the unofficial end of summer, which is Labor Day weekend. But that's a long way to go. It's a couple months away. And that's it. But hope you guys enjoy the weekend, going out to have a barbecue, if it's not raining, or whatever you're going to do on the weekend. Be safe and have fun! And that's pretty much it. We got Forbidden Door 2 this coming weekend from Toronto, Canada. It's going to be an epic fucking show. And I think it might be the pay-per-view of the year. You know, barring the G1 that's coming up in a couple weeks. And all in Wembley at the end of August. So I think All In might give Forbidden Door 2 a run for its money, but I think Forbidden Door 2 is going to be fucking epic. And I'll do my predictions probably tomorrow before I do my chores and everything. I do have to go out tomorrow. I have a concert to go to, so I will be out tomorrow night working, making that money you wish you had. So, it is what it is, and that's that. Listen, I have a life, unlike some of you. But I digress on that. Anyway, so let's get into the video. As the title below says, it is time for your late and out-of-date AEW Dynamite review for the first day of summer, June the 21st, 2022, from the Wintrust Arena in Chicago. Chicago, Illinois. And as always, our commentary team of the man behind the mask, Excalibur, Taz, and my good friend and yours, the legendary man himself, Tony Baloney Schiavone. Alright, so this is the go-home show before this Sunday's epic Forbidden Door 2 event, pitting All Elite Wrestling, AEW, and that great company of Japan, New Japan Pro Wrestling. So, it was a big, humongous show from top to bottom on Wednesday night. Very good show. Let's get into it. Let's not waste any more time. Alright, so we start off with the Pyro. We are live from the Wintrust Arena in Chicago, where Rampage will be on Friday, but that'll be taped. Ring of Honor will also be, was also taped last night. I will do Ring of Honor. Hopefully after this video, I'll get to Ring of Honor and I'll give you a twofer for your Friday. Maybe a triple threat if I get lucky and I'm not tired, because I'm really tired from a long day of work. But I digress on that. Anyway, so we start off Dynamite with a tag team match player between two brothers teams. No, not the Elite, not the Bucks or anything like that. We had the Ass Boys, Colton and Austin Gunn, taking on the Hardy Boys, Matt Hardy, delete, and Jeff Hardy, dude. Doing all that good shit. Pretty good match. Jeff got isolated for a little bit, but he came back with a twist of fate, even though it looked like a stunner. And then just the hot tag to Matt. Matt comes in with a twist of fate and a twisting butterfly suplex, gets a near fall from the Ass Boys. Jeff has to make the save. Jeff hits a double DDT, double leg drop between the nuts. Vintage Jeff Hardy as he keeps the guns down. And then the Bullet Club Gold of Beat with Switchblade, Jay White and Rock Hard Juice Robinson, they come out as Jeff was about to hit the Swanton, so they come out and cause a distraction, and then the Ass Boys hit 310 to Yuma on Jeff. 1, 2, 3. They pick up the shocking victory in just under 7 minutes. Match was alright, gave it 3 out of 5 stars. After the match, we get a 4-on-2 beatdown on the Hardys. And Juice Robinson loads up that fist and knocks Jeff Hardy the fuck out with that roll of quarters. And they're about to do the same to Matt, but Absolute Ricky Starks comes out. And he comes in, but he gets the 4-on-1 beat down. And then FTR, the tag team champions, fuck the Revival. They come in, make the save, but they get beat down on a 4-on-3 beat down. And then who saves them? The man from Chicago himself, CM Punk. I wonder where the Bucks were. But in any case, he comes in for the save. Juice Robinson almost gets hit with the GTS. And Punk wearing a very evil, Mr. Danhausen, very evil, very scary. Very nice. He gets on the mic and issues a 8-man tag team match on Collision. So we got Punk, CM FTR, that's Punk and FTR, and Absolute Ricky Starks taking on the Ass Boys and Juice Robinson and Jay White. This Saturday night, live from Toronto. That's your main event, most likely. And Punk goes, I'm a Collision guy. I'm not even supposed to be here. You were advertised, dumbass. But it is what it is, and that's pretty much it. Alright, so we'll see what happens with that on Collision this Saturday night on TNT. Alright. After that, we get a video on the Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, Satnam Singh, Karen Jarrett, Team TNA versus Mark Briscoe feud. We get that, and Aubrey Edwards in. As we saw last week with Aubrey beating the fuck out of Karen. So we get to match number 2, a concession stand brawl, which basically is a anything goes match. It starts off in the concession area near the merch stand. Jared gets sent through a table, and then Mark is sent through a plastic shield. And then he goes up top, tries to put Jarrett through a table as he climbs the ladder. But then Sanjay Dutt comes from behind and dumps Mark off the ladder through a table as we go to break. This match was chaotic. They go back to the ring, and Jarrett clears off another table. Well, actually, Jay Lethal clears off another table, but then Papa Briscoe was at ringside, and he puts Jay Lethal through said table. Then he gets in the ring and takes out Sanjay Dutt and Jarrett. Goes to help his son Mark, but then Karen Jarrett comes from behind and hits him right in the old nuts. And then the big man, the Great Khali 3.0, Satnam Singh comes out, chokeslams Mark. But then Christopher Daniels and the best friends, give me a hug, Trent and Chucky T, they come out with the Lucha Brothers, Rey Fenix and Pentagon Zero Miedo. They come out, beat the fuck out of Satnam Singh. Rey Fenix with a big dive on him to take him out. And then Pentagon's in the ring. He hits a super kick to Jarrett as Mark rolls him up with a good old-fashioned fruit roll-up. 1, 2, 3. Mark Briscoe gets the win in a pretty all-over-the-place match. 3.25 out of 5 stars. Like everybody, it was like every match was like 60 people out in the ring. This was a chaotic edition of AEW, but it was damn good. And we move on with that. Alright, so like I said, 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. Then we go to the back with the Blackpool Cuck Club and Don Callis and the sexy man himself, or was John Moxley saying that. Tall, dark, and sexy Kensuke Takeshita. Moxley says that the only letters that matter in wrestling are the BCC. So he makes the challenge for a 5-on-5 match with him, Claudio Takeshita, and Wheeler Yuta, and Shota Umino against the Elite and 2 members of the Elite's choosing, which we found out last week was Eddie Kingston. But Eddie has somebody in store for the Blackpool Cuck Club, and we'll find out about that. So then he talks about the dream match between Bryan Danielson, yes, and Okada. And Danielson says, I'm going to go out there, and I'm going to call you out, and if you don't come out, you're a coward, and you're an amateur. Damn. So we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 3.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, after that we get a video on the debut of Collision and CM Punk's return and all that good shit. So that's good. Alright, match number 3, we get a 6-man tag team match. We have Dante Martin, AR Fox, and Action Andretti teaming up against the Sexy Gods, the Wizard, Chris Jericho, the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara, and the King himself, the King of Japan, Kazadinari! Minoru Suzuki. You do not want to get into a fight with Minoru Suzuki because you are going to die. And Dante Martin found that out real quick. But it was a pretty good match. We get near the end, we get an imploding flip dippity-doo, which takes out Sammy. And Dante Martin, by mistake, that was by Sammy. Actually, I think that was by Sammy. Which left Action Andretti to hit a running shooting star press for a near fall on Jericho. That's how he won their first match a couple months ago. Minoru Suzuki locks on a 1905 sleeper. Which is broken up. Dante Martin kicks Jericho down to the mat, only get pulled out of mid-air into the Lion Tamer, and it was lethal. Not Jay Lethal, but it was lethal, and Dante Martin did what he does best. Tap out. So, 10.5-minute match. Jericho, Sammy, and Minoru Suzuki get the win. Match I gave 3 out of 5 stars. But then, after the match, Jericho gets on the mic, calls out the man called Sting, who comes out. So, the challenge is on for a 6-man tag team match at Forbidden Door with Sting, Darby, and a partner of their choosing, which we don't know yet. We'll find out on Collision. So Sting puts his arms like, "How you doing there, Chris?" And Chris like, "Get the fuck off me, man!" And Sting's like, "Ooh, he's cursing. So Jericho wants to know who the third man is. It's Hogan. No, it's not Hogan. Brother. So Darby's like, "Well, you're gonna have to find out on Collision." So Jericho has a lot of demons and a lot of people that want to kick his ass, but the names that have been floating around are Naito and Shingo of Los Ingobernables de Japón. Why can't it be Hiromu Takahashi? Could we bring Daryl? I miss Daryl. So it's probably going to either be Shingo or Naito. I think it's going to be Naito because Naito has had wars with Jericho in Japan. So I'm thinking it's Naito. So there you go. Alright, so we move on with that. Alright, then we go to the back with Tony Baloney and RJ City. I thought it was Chris Harris for a second. But anyway, they have a bin, like a little bingo bin. Like during the, when the Royal Rumble, they draw the names out and the numbers and shit. So they draw the first 2 names for the blind eliminator tag team tournament match, where the winner gets a tag team title match against FTR or whoever the champs are. And the brackets will be announced next week. So they announced the first 2 guys. We don't know who it is just yet, but it's a banger. I'll tell you that much. And we move on. So I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go to, I guess this was pre-taped, The Elite with Kenny, the Bucks, the Hung Bucks, Hangman Adam Page, and the Bucks and Kenny. They're there. They're in for the 10-man match. And then Eddie Kingston comes in because, Kenny can't be there. So it's going to be the Hung Bucks and Eddie Kingston and a member of Eddie's. It's going to be a member of Eddie's choosing because he doesn't respect the Bucks. Doesn't give 2 shits. Are you ever happy, Eddie? You weren't happy with Mia Yim. That's why she left you for Keith Lee. Are you ever happy? I met Eddie Kingston one time, and he was a nice guy. Give me an autograph. Give me a picture and everything. I asked nicely, though, but he's a Yankee fan. What do you expect? Freaking Yankee fans are freaking, they're egomaniacs. They think they know everything. They're a shit team, kind of like the New York Mets, but I digress. Mets 14.5 games out. Oy, oy, oy. And they have a big series against Philly this week. They better sweep. Because they're chasing the Phillies for a wild card spot right now. It's not even the All-Star break. We're like a little over 2 weeks away from the All-Star break. And the trade deadline's next month, so I don't know what Stevie Cohen's going to do. Stevie Cohen, you better get some bullpen help, because the bullpen is shit. And the resurgence of Daniel Vogelback. Wow, he's hitting the ball. Wow. Wasn't doing that for the last couple weeks. But you still lose 2 or 3 to the fucking Astros? Come on. Should have swept that team, because they had injuries up the wazoo. The Yankees took 2 or 3 for the Mariners. Big fucking whoop. But they're not going anywhere. Their pitching staff sucks. So both New York teams stink right now. And it's only a matter of time for football season to come. Jets, 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 Jets. Thaddeus, the discount double check. And Brock Purdy and the Niners. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait till week 1 of the NFL season. I'm gonna freaking come in my pants for that Jet game and that Niner game. That Jet game should be at 8 o'clock, but it's not because it's the Giants and the Cowboys Sunday Night Football. So the Jets are at I believe at 1 o'clock. The Niners are at 4. I believe at 1 or 4 o'clock. So I'm playing. I think they're playing in Pittsburgh. Easy win, but you never know. Nothing's easy with the Niners. So but we move on. Put that. All right. So after Tony Baloney picks out the first 2 names in the Blind Eliminator Tag Team Tournament, which begins next week, we got my good friend, yours and mine, say it with me now, ladies and gentlemen, Adam Cole, baby! So he comes out, and it's story time with Adam Cole, baby. He said he tried to do everything in his power to beat MJF, but he could not. Even after MJF tried to, he asked MJF for 5 more minutes, and MJF, being a bitch, said no. So he invites MJF to come on out. Let's do it again in Chicago. So on cue, Maxwell Jacob Fart Knocker comes out. Fans tell him to shut the fuck up. Max says no. So they go back and forth, saying what matters is, Max says, I had you beat. No, you didn't. And then as for your rematch, Adam, no. So they start bickering, and then Tony Baloney gets up and says, hey guys, I got an announcement. Shut up, Shivani! That was funny. You don't do that to a legend. Come on. Anyway, so he announced that the first 2 names in the tournament, shockingly, is MJF teaming up with Adam Cole, baby. Oh. In a lethal lottery type tournament. So enemies, and so enemies can team up with each other, and friends can team up with somebody else. So it's a crazy thing. It's like Battle Bowl. Remember from a long time ago in Starrcade '93? That's what it is. So it's gonna go on for a while. I don't know when the finals are. I think it's gonna be a long ass fuck tournament. But the winner gets a tag team title shot. So that's pretty good. Let me move on with that. So then after that announcement, the fans want them to hug it out. That's not gonna happen. And then Tanahashi! He gets on the screen, even though the screen was like messing up. Good job, Tony Khan. He basically threatens MJF and says, I will show you the power of New Japan, because I am the ace. And that's it. So Cole is like, Max, before you say something really fucking stupid, kind of plays mind games when MJF says, you're not gonna take him up on the match now, or is it because you're a coward? So MJF is all pissy. He's like, I accept the match for the AEW World Title. So then Cole's like, good luck, partner. Haha. I wish Adam Cole was on the Forbidden Door, or on Forbidden Door. He doesn't even have a match. That sucks. Oh well. Maybe he's gonna be on the show. It's not gonna happen, but he might help out Tanahashi, and Tanahashi will be this close to winning the AEW World Title, but he's not gonna win, obviously. But Adam Cole will get his rematch probably at Fight for the Fallen or Fyter Fest in July. Though it really should be at Wembley Stadium, but it is what it is. All right, so I gave that segment 3.5 out of 5 stars. And it was freaking good, and that's that. All right, then we get the brackets for the men's and women's Owen Hart Foundation Tournament, which begins this weekend and at Forbidden Door. So in the men's bracket, we got which will be on at Forbidden Door. CM Punk taking on Satoshi Kojima. Should be a good match. Roddy versus Samoa Joe. Oh, that's an old school Ring of Honor match. And the winners of that meet, so we could see Punk versus Joe 3 in the semis. Oh, my dick is getting hard already. Oh, yo, I can't wait for that. And that's coming probably the week, probably that week. Next week, maybe Punk versus Joe, maybe on Collision. I pay to see that. Anyway, on the other side, we got Dustin Rhodes against Powerhouse Will Hobbs. And Juice Robinson and Ricky Starks. I think it's going to be Ricky versus Powerhouse Hobbs. I think CM Punk is going to win this tournament. I really think so. Because I think he will finally beat Joe, because he hasn't beaten him any time in Ring of Honor. So he's finally going to get the monkey off his back, beat Joe, win the Owen Hart tournament, and then see where we go from there. Now, the women, we got Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, baby. She takes on Ruby Soho. We got Anna Jay versus Sky Blue. I believe that's on Rampage, or I think it's on Rampage or Collision. Actually on Collision, Nyla Rose, the Native Beast, taking on the New Japan Strong Women's Champion, who will take on Toni Storm at Forbidden Door. That's Willow Nightingale. And then in the final match, Athena, the Ring of Honor Women's Champion, takes on Billy Starks. So looking at this, I think it's going to be, I'm hoping it's going to be Athena and Britt Baker, baby. But Britt is the champ from last year. She's not the champ, maybe she won it last year, so she's going for a repeat, but I think Athena's going to win it. I mean, she's on a hot streak right now, so we shall see what happens with that. So, your winners of the Owen Hart tournament, my prediction is going to be CM Punk for the men and Athena for the women. And that's pretty much it. Alright, back to action we go. Tag team match. We have Katsuyori Shibata, the Ring of Honor Pure Champion, teaming up with his good friend Orange Cassidy, the All International Champion, the IC Champ. They take on the man who dances a lot, that's Daniel Garcia, and the New Japan Pro Wrestling TV Champion, Zack Sabre Jr. It was a pretty good match. Back and forth they went. Getting to the end, Garcia and Shibata trade kicks to face. And then OC accidentally hits Shibata with the orange punch. Uh-oh. And then Zack Sabre Jr. cuts Cassidy off. Garcia gets the fruit roll-up pin on the Pure Champion. 1, 2, 3. So, Garcia and Zack Sabre Jr. get the win. Match was alright. 3.25 out of 5 stars. That's it. After the match, all 4 men grab Orange Cassidy's international title, and it was announced that there's going to be a fatal 4-way match for Orange Cassidy's international title. So we got Zack Sabre Jr. taking on Shibata, taking on OC, taking on Daniel Garcia. And I think this is where Orange Cassidy will finally lose that belt. To who? Maybe Shibata. Maybe Shibata, but we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. Alright, then we go to the back with Alex Marvez, who gets the big scoop that Ocean Spray, Will Ospreay, talks about how much he hates Canada. Well, I do too. And Don Callis then comes in, a guy that's from Canada, but he's saying like, oh, Canada's a country who is so violent and everything. I'm like, I agree. He comes in, blames everything on Kenny. Don knows what it's like to have heat in Canada. Okay. Offers his private security to Will Ospreay. Ospreay's like, I don't want it. So Don's like, all I want is just a fair fight. And Ospreay's like, okay. I don't buy that shit, but okay. That's for the IWGP United States title. I think Ocean Spray will get the win there. I mean, what does Kenny have to prove? I think he's going to go into a feud with Takeshita, so... And then Ibushi would eventually come in, probably in July. Or at least before All In. But we'll see. That's it. Alright. So I gave that 3.25 out of 5 stars. Then we see Toni Storm with a promo saying Will Nightingale represents the people and she can't stand the people. And then Nightingale gets a shot at the AEW Women's World Championship. So we'll see what happens with that. So I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go to the TBS title match. Taya Valkyrie against the resident, well, not a resident alien anymore, Chris Statlander. Pretty good match. I don't understand why Taya gets not 1, not 2, but 3 TBS title matches and loses all 3 of them. As Chris Statlander got the win with Wednesday Night Fever. Not as good as Saturday Night's Fever, but she gets the win to retain the title. So she's 6-0 right now with that title. Match was meh, so I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. Then we get the rundown of what's going to happen on Rampage and Collision. We got Swerve taking on Tanahashi. That's going to be epic. Adam Cole and MJF on Rampage later on tonight. Can't wait for that. And that's that. All right, Eddie Kingston ends the show. And then Moxley comes out. They argue a little bit. And Eddie's like, I have a humongous hatred for Claudio. And then Kingston says, I don't want to talk anymore. The 5th guy is Tomohiro Ishii. Where is Ishii, but... So Tomohiro Ishii is the 5th member that will team up with the Elite and Eddie Kingston against the Blackpool Cup Club and Shota Umino. So the Blackpool Cup Club come out to beat Ishii down. Danielson calls out Okada. And on cue, Okada comes out with a big stare down on Danielson. And then the douchebag Wheeler Yuta jumps Okada from behind. And then the fight is on. Danielson hits the knee plus on Wheeler Yuta by accident. Oops. And then Okada tries to go after Danielson. He almost hits the Rainmaker, but he barely missed. But he was able to hit Wheeler Yuta with it, and then he stares down Danielson to end the show. So there you go. So that end segment I gave 3.5 out of 5 stars. Another great freaking Dynamite. Last week was great. This week was great. Ratings really didn't show it last week. I don't know what the ratings will be this week. Last week was like 800,000. I mean, NXT got a great rating this week, over 700,000 for Seth Rollins only. So we had that. So hopefully the ratings go up this week, but we'll see what happens with that. So that's all I got to say for that. So my final rating for AEW Dynamite this week, a solid 8 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section. And that's all I got to say about that. Thanks for watching, everybody. I got to go. And don't forget SmackDown and Rampage on tonight. And that's it. So, until next time, motherfuckers. Peace.